Alexandra Eala compared to Taylor Swift as American WTA star gives a verdict on her star power and earning potential. Former pro Alison Riscommertrage compared rising tennis star Alexandra Eala's passionate Filipino fanbase to Taylor Swift. With Alexandra Eala gaining popularity on the WTA tour, she is attracting a whole new wave of fans, particularly from her country, the Philippines. Reacting to Eala's rising stardom, Alison Riscommertrage commented on the young Filipina's success and her earning potential, comparing her to American pop sensation Taylor Swift. Eala made her mark on the WTA scene by reaching the semifinals at the 2025 Miami Open. During her impressive run, she defeated Grand Slam champions such as Jelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and Iga Swiatek. She also secured the 2025 Guadalajara 125 Open title, finished as the runner-up at the Eastbourne Open, and reached the semifinals at the Canberra Tennis International and the Jingshan Tennis Open. Alison Riscommertrage reacts to Alexandra Eala's massive Filipino fan following. Since last year, wherever Eala competes, she has attracted large crowds of enthusiastic fans, particularly during events like the 2026 Australian Open and the Middle East Swing. Her Filipino supporters have shown up in flocks to cheer her on. Recently, while speaking on Tennis Channel, Riscommertrage was asked to compare Eala's popularity to that of other women. She likened Eala's fan following to Swift's and also mentioned that Indian former professional player Sania Mirza had a similar experience, but her level of popularity does not match Eala's. Taylor Swift. You need to specify. I'd have to say maybe a little bit of Sania Mirza back in her heyday. The Indian fans took to her and followed her all around the globe, obviously not to this extent. I think the ceiling that Alex Eala has is obviously that much higher, Riscommertrage said. Riscommertrage also referenced Filipino boxing legend Manny Pacquiao, who at the height of his career earned more prize money than Roger Federer. She suggested that if Eala continues to perform well, she could achieve even greater popularity both on and off the court. I'm going to bring in a little boxing here because my dad wanted me to be a boxer, but I chose tennis. We saw Manny Pacquiao when he was at the top of his game, and alongside Roger Federer, he actually had more prize money. So I think that if Eala can keep doing well with her tennis, who knows, the sky's the limit on the court, off the court. I mean, she could be rolling in it if you will, she added. During the same Tennis Channel segment, former American player Paul Annacone recalled Eala's performance at the 2025 Miami Open, stating that he liked the grace and humility she showed after defeating Swiatek. She's got a smile that lights up her room, too, you know. I remember last year when she beat Iga Swiatek, and she kind of did it with a lot of grace and humility, and it was really for me. It was terrific to see her take that match and watch her play after that, watch her try to continue to progress, because I like her game, Annacone said. Annacone praised Eala's game and expressed that witnessing the enthusiastic support she receives from fans is fun for him. He said that he appreciates seeing players from smaller countries rise to the top of the sport and attract passionate fans. Obviously, she wants to get better than where she is now, 32nd in the world. She's got a lot of good hand-eye coordination and ability to take the ball early and redirect. But the fan stuff is always fun for me because whenever you see players from smaller countries, the fans are so passionate when they get up to the top, he added. Most recently, Eala competed at the 2026 Dubai Tennis Championships, where she reached the quarterfinals before losing to Coco Gauff. Looking ahead, she is set to participate in the BNP Paribas Open at the Indian Wells Masters, scheduled from March 4th to March 15th, 2026, with main draw matches taking place on the outdoor hard courts at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. Courts, concerts, and comets. A verdict on star power, Eala vs. Swift. By an American WTA star. When I first stepped onto the professional tour, I carried a backpack full of dreams and a head buzzing with lyrics. Not Shake It Off or Love Story, but melodies of victory and defeat, the rhythm of baseline battles and the harmonies of crowd applause. I was a young American on the W, chasing greatness the way a songwriter captures a hook in a verse. Over the years, I've watched stars rise in many arenas, in sport, in music, in culture. And two names have surfaced repeatedly in conversations far beyond tennis circles: Alexandra Eala and Taylor Swift. One is a rising tennis star, the other a global musical force. Yet in a curious intersection of ambition, brand power, and cultural influence, it's worth asking, how does Eala's star power and potential earning trajectory compare, not just to her peers in tennis, but to a cultural colossus like Swift? This isn't a math problem with a clean solution. But believe me, after years on tour, after sponsorship meetings and media days and fans yelling your name from plywood stands in small towns, I've learned a thing or two about how star power works. The baseline beginnings. Who is Alexandra Eala? Alexandra Eala grew up with the kind of story that feels scripted for Hollywood. A spirited young athlete, born to a family steeped in sports, with a heart tuned to compete and a head wired for hustle. She burst onto the junior circuit with fire. Grand Slam junior titles, lightning footwork, tenacity that belied her age. There's a certain sparkle in her game, that extra pop you can't coach, that tells you she's not just participating in the sport, she's writing her own stanza in its poetry. And yet, compared to Taylor Swift, who fills stadiums with tens of thousands of fans and rubs shoulders with presidents and pop culture icons, Eala still plays in the prelude. But to reduce her story to one of mere potential would be a disservice. Because potential, when matched with work ethic, becomes destiny. 2. Taylor Swift, a cultural meteor. Let's be honest, Taylor Swift isn't just a musician. She's a phenomenon. When Swift enters a room, whether it's the Met Gala, a political fundraiser, or the Super Bowl halftime stage, she doesn't just take up space, she commands the narrative. Albums become movements. Tours become cultural events. Her influence extends far beyond the charts. She's shifted the music industry's economics, demanding artists' rights, re-recording her catalog to reclaim ownership. She's shaped fashion trends, sparked academic interest, and redefined what it means to be a 21st century artist. Her brand isn't just about music, it's about identity, empowerment, connection. Taylor Swift's earning power? Astronomical. She's one of the richest entertainers alive, and arguably one of the most influential. Any comparison to a young athlete's trajectory needs to start with this context. But listen closely. Talent sparks attention. Influence multiplies it. Legacy cements it. And that's where the real comparison begins. 3. Star power, courts versus concert halls. If Taylor Swift's stage is a galaxy, then the tennis court is its own kind of cosmic arena. Both demand performance. Both require discipline. Both thrive on public affection. But the dynamics are different. Swift's star power. Swift's power lies in connection, in storytelling that feels personal. Her fans don't just enjoy her music, they inhabit it. They feel understood.